Oh, it's just a life topic, man.
But you know what? I really liked the question.
I think it's just something I came up with to see, what you guys, would advise yourselves.
So real quick, man, just in case, of course you don't know, we ain't said it. The question is, what would you tell 20-year-old you from your current perspective in life? Prez, I'll let you go first.
Save. That would be number one. Save more, whatever you want to say. Read a little bit more on topics that you actually want to go into, go in a little bit more knowledgeable before you just jump into something. That's kind of like off the cuff of like what I actually say. And I would think about myself, but both of those things. But everything else, I think I've been doing pretty good in life. But if I could correct those couple things, I'd be trouble.
Understand that. Yeah. What about you, Cash?
Definitely go after your goals immediately. Like, start taking care of those things, if it's school, if it's, training to do whatever you're trying to do, start going after your goals early in life before you have kids, if possible. You know what I mean? That wasn't possible for me. I had them early. I was 20. I was 20. Ready to roll. But yeah, man, go after your goals immediately. Don't let nobody deter you. If people aren't supporting you, continue to power through. Just have a stronger head on your shoulders to know that whatever you're going to do at the end of the day is going to pan out. I was talking to a lady today. She got a doctorate like a year or two ago. We're the same age. She's a mental health doc and all that stuff. And I'm like, but she just went and grinded, all through all of this stuff. So I was out partying, hanging out, doing shit, being a career student. Those are just from a school aspect. But to piggyback on your saving, definitely. Save and be disciplined and never let whatever these material things out here kind of cloud your judgment in terms of getting to your ultimate goal, man. Because I know you've been saving shit ever since I've known you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never have want for nothing that you couldn't have, and shit that was above your budget, you just didn't buy. You know what I'm saying? So,
Definitely some good life science. So go ahead.
Zach P, you may have missed out one thing. You should have said like make sure your friends are aligned with the same way. Because even if you had did that, all you saying, and you was like, I want to attack my goals. When you got people like we ran into each other too often, and now I was like, let's go on the roll after this. So
yeah, for sure.
Honestly, this question, man, I want to answer this as just truthfully and as transparently as I possibly can. So if I had a 20-year-old me, what's the first thing I would say? Number one, of course, it would be the savings and investing, learning how to invest. I don't want to sound racial or things, but other races have advantages because they know things that we don't, and not because we can't access them, but because we don't access them. And it's not cool to know what. I still, as a 36-year-old man, have no fucking clue what this New York Stock Exchange is all about. And that's literally money in front of my face every day. But I never took the time to know it. So that would be my first thing, would be to educate myself better. Number two, I would get commission if I'm going to be in the military.
Yeah, I would have definitely did that.
I would have went and took care of that business and got myself commission and took advantage of it from that side of it. Another one.
You don't regret it, though?
No, I don't. Now, mind you, none of these things are things that I'm saying that I regret. I'm just saying how would I have done it differently. I would have been more aggressive about fitness. I'm going to tell you something. Being heavy ain't easy, boy. And it don't really get easy the easier you go. But at that time, I didn't really care. I just kind of did my thing. So that's something that I would have probably made it more of a
lifestyle.
A lifestyle other than, okay, I got to go do this. Lastly, most importantly, if I could tell my 20-year-old self something, I would still buy a 1972 Chevy Monte Carlo and put it on 24. I still would do that. I may not have two cars, maybe just one. But I would cut down on some of the materialistic stuff and just find ways to get into real estate. Because when I was 20, had I got into some parts of real estate and some small things or some of that investing stuff, boy, I could be filthy rich.
But you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. But the question is saying, what can I tell myself now?
But so these are things that we will be able to tell our kids coming up, like all these different avenues and all these different ways to get money. Like, I don't think all of us will pursue our kids to go to college, right? You go to college, but I don't think that's the only way. There's so many other different ways for these kids to be productive citizens that we now know about. So many different ways for them to get money to pursue whatever that they're interested in that we had no idea about. We went to the military as, some of us wanted to, some of us had to,
Yeah, and I think kind of what goes into that, like you said, you take your kids and you teach your kids more. And it's not that our parents didn't want to teach us more, but honestly, they didn't. They really,
my mom, my dad really didn't know. No disrespect.
And that's what I was like, y'all allow me the chance. I go a little deeper in what I was talking about, like, because I really thought about everything that we were saying that we want to change, and it comes to just to getting that more knowledgeable and whatever you want to go, getting that knowledge a little bit more. And I don't think I went down that route enough. Even when you saying like fitness wise and everything like that, I done had several injuries. If y'all go back and look at it, it was because, I read a workout or I redo my workout little program, but like I wasn't doing the stretching. Like if you look at athletes and all this, professional athletes, they're going to do a lot more stretching and making sure they're getting their body ready. And that's the part I wasn't prepping. My diet wasn't completely right. So no matter what I was doing on that little portion,
you wasn't getting the real gains that you could have.
Yeah.
And I think that just becomes, you young, dumb, full of cum. That's all you think about that time is,
sure.
I mean, I'm running around at the gym and I'm swole. I can take, I can show my arms. And you go to realize, and honestly, here's another one that's crazy. I swear to God, I would have put Altus, Oklahoma on my damn dream sheet. I need to be stationed where I can focus.
Yeah.
I mean, they put us in some places. That was hard.
It was hard. California.
When we was in California, it was hard to be like, let me lock in and go to school.
No. I was out there chasing these chicks.
Yeah. But then you think about it, check this out. Dig deep with me. Stay with me here. The NBA and the Air Force are similar for your progression. Stay with me here.
Okay.
So you take a guy like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant goes to the Lakers. It's a great situation for him. He's able to excel in that situation because of what's set up around him. Okay? Now, say who was a bust? That was
Kwame Walker.
Kwame Brown. He started off at the Washington Wizards, correct?
Yeah, he was the number one pick.
Wasn't a good situation for him. There's a reason he got drafted number one. There was some athletic ability there. But say if you took Kwame Brown and put him with the San Antonio Spurs when he first started off his career, we may be talking about Kwame Brown as a potential Hall of Famer. Now, let me tie it to the Air Force. The team you get drafted to is your first base. Sometimes you get put at a base that really flourishes your natural abilities. So, for example, let's stick in the award realm. Winning an award at Ramstein is 10 times harder than it is winning it at Kirkland.
Small base, yeah.
I mean, you could do less at Kirkland, and you could be
this shit
12th, one of the 12 most outstanding airmen, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, like when I'm saying it's like the NBA, because by 38 you're getting out. Those are some. You got a pension. But what I'm saying is that where you go, where you get drafted to, that you have no control over, kind of, really determines what you get into. And a lot of times, just like anybody who's in the league, they want to go to the glitzy teams. Oh, I want to go to the Lakers.
The nice places.
To the Miami Heat. I want to go to the. But sometimes those nice places, if we go,
I got something for you for that. What? Go ahead. Are you done with your thought?
No, go ahead.
I got something for you for that. Not that I didn't take my career seriously all along, but I was just a come to work, go home type of guy. I could do more. I was smarter than people, in my opinion, but I just didn't apply myself to be the whole package.
Bro, I went to work to get off. You understand what I'm telling you?
You still do. I just I won't tell. But where I was going further with that was what I was going further is like when I went to Idaho, that sat me down. Like I came off a high, like, you know what I'm saying? I was at Scott Travis. I was in Cali, went to Illinois by St. Louis. Then I went to Korea, party for a year. Then they sat my black ass. No, I went to Germany after Korea, had a blast. Then they sat my ass down in Idaho. And then I looked at my life and I was like, and a lot of it has to do with, I won't say comparing myself to my wife, but like, yo, look at what she's bringing to the table. And you ain't done
nothing.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a motivational factor as far as looking at myself, like, yo, you ain't do nothing. So 2 months in, I found out I made that elusive rank that we made right at the time.
Y'all don't understand something. And for all my civilian counterparts, y'all won't never understand this. There was a phone call that used to happen.
It's that promotion that you've been waiting
man.
for years for. And it finally happened when I got to that base. You know what I'm saying? And I went through some hell. I got in trouble and all that in Korea. You know what I'm saying? So for me to overcome all that stuff I went through and still tested and made rank, it was like if the switch flipped, and since then, your boy been on a great path, but it took work. It was grinding. Like I was at work all the time,
but once again,
hustling to do my homework.
I'm saying.
But sometimes it take a little bit longer to get it.
It takes a little bit longer, but it also takes the right situation to get it. You go to Mountain Home out to shoot. I can't guarantee that you would be right on, but I guarantee it's a higher probability of you being more focused on how to make cash better than it is when you go into Germany.
Yeah.
So
that can't be your first. That can't be
good
your
question,
first.
man. I definitely think it really is something that, listeners, I tell you what, I challenge you guys. Send us a voice clip, email or something, man. Tell me what you would tell the 20-year-old yourself, and we'd love to hear it. We'll play it back next week if we can get some.
So, I mean, like, not to sound cliche as hell, but like, I don't think I would change too much more than that, because like the journey is actually the portion that you actually worth it. Like the joys I'm going to get out of this is like teaching what I learned to my kids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Hopefully they're able to grasp it and they're able to build off that little portion. But if I ain't go through my journey like we do, we have this right here, right now, what we rolling through. Would I have the same little crew? Would I have the same little background structure?
And our podcast may be different. It may be tonight on the podcast, we're going over this New York stuff.
Yeah. Like everybody done been through some trials and tribulations and wins and losses. I was just talking to my wife the other day, and I walked in the house and I was like, "Yo, we blessed." Like, you know what I'm saying? Not material wise.
But no, material wise too. Because that truck she got 5, boy. That ain't crazy. But I was just let's not sleep.
No, but you work hard for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you work hard for that shit, and it ain't like it's anything. And we don't.
She let you drive it yet?
Probably once or twice. And then she was like staring at me as I was like getting in the car. She told me to go wash her car, but was staring at me as I was driving off to make sure I did everything right. As if I don't drive everywhere.
She like, you better not change my seat adjustments.
Well, I changed something in there. She had my ass for it. But what I was really saying, I just walked in. The kids, they run as soon as I come in the house and all that stuff, and it just hit me all at once to where like
opens up your man box.
Yeah, man. To where you like, man, it ain't all that shit I just went through at work, all this grinding and aggravation.
I feel you.
I am so done. I'm not saying that I want to retire right now, but
because you're not.
But I'm just saying, fuck with me the wrong way. I might do it because I'm so ready to be the one that can take them to school or, see them come home and not have all this extra shit added on to my plate. Oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. Like, I don't care about getting to the next level at this point.
So this is when, like, hey man, you brought up on the sports. So this is where it does it. Like, we done made it to the point where we're the veterans on this whole little portion, and like that's an option.
Exactly,
it's a very true option. Like, when I go home, why did you stop? I got an injury.
We now have the player option.
I don't feel like going through it no more.
Yeah, I just don't want to do this.
We now have the player option.
Yeah, everybody at 18 or more.
We now have the player option, and honestly, if you think about it, long in the tooth. This time in your NBA career, you should be getting ready. Slow it down if you've had that long, illustrious career that you wanted. Some people don't stick in the league long enough, just like some people don't stick in the Air Force.
I'm just sitting around waiting on my little deal. Like, am I gonna go sit on the bench and come off as a sixth man on a bona fide team that's gonna make it, or do I just say, hey, I'm stepping away?
Or do you step into coaching? And that's literally where we at this point.
I just want to keep getting this. I just want to keep getting them wins. I want the big wins as far as I want my people to prosper, whoever's coming after me, the people that I've come up with or the younger ones that I see, something in. But I don't necessarily have to have that. Like, I get no satisfaction in just me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so done with the grind, man. I just want to come home to the family and enjoy life a little bit more.
And I think that's a safe thing to say for anybody, man. But we don't been on this couch for a while, man. So I ain't trying to go to sleep on it. Y'all know it's past 10 and we got driving the dog.
Yeah, we gotta roll. It's that time. Wrap it up.
We thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Where can they catch us?
Hey, what'd you say?
Where can they catch us?
Oh, of course. You can catch all over the place. We're social media giants. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Tweety, and all of them DSC _podcast. But the Gmail is don'tsleeponthecouch@gmail.com. So send us some clips, send us some stuff. You can find us everywhere. We appreciate y'all taking the time to sit on the couch with you. So from our couch to yours, go. Prez, you got something taking us out of here?
Rick Ross, Hurricanes, a memoir. If you can, check it out. Great story. I can't talk about that book enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got me about to download it now.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that, but I mean, I'm going to listen.
Yeah. Download the audio.
Yeah. Y'all. We out.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. Hit us up at DSC _podcast on the gram, or send us an email at don'tsleeponthecouch@gmail.com. Thank you for